Well, the first tune I remember, knowing how to play. A couple tunes. There was an old man who used to come by the house. He was a family friend. We called him Mr. Buddy. Mr. Buddy used to play a song called "I'm Going to Kansas City," and it was just kind of like a shuffle. Well, I'm going to Kansas City. Well, I'm going to Kansas City. Well, I'm going to Kansas City. Well, I'm going to Kansas City, baby, where they don't want you. And I really don't remember anything other than sort of the chorus on that song. But he used to come by and play it. And, I took a stab at it. It was a lot of fun. I probably played it more like just, brushing the chords. Going to Kansas City. Well, I'm going to Kansas City. And that idea of being able to play a song was pretty cool in 3 chords. Then I got myself, I remember a Mississippi John Hurt record. And one of the songs on there was a song called "Make Me a Pallet on Your Floor." Now I'm sure I missed about 80% of the notes the way John Hurt used to play it, but it was the kind of song that went sort of like this. Oh darling, leave me down a pallet on your floor. Oh, leave me down a pallet on your floor. Lay me a pallet down soft and low. Lay me a pallet on your floor. Oh, make it baby, close behind the door. Oh, make it baby, close behind the door. Oh, make it baby, close behind the door. Where you may live. Oh, don't you let my good girl catch you here. Don't let my good girl catch you here. 'Cause she might shoot you, might cut you, stab you too. No telling what that crazy gal might do. And then let the guitar play a little bit. So it was like that idea of being able to play that guitar and play that tune anyway. Any way I could sort of fumble my way through it. That was, it was blues, but it was a different kind of blues. It wasn't necessarily the stuff that I was looking for, but it was blues. It was cool, It was like a guy who's carrying a bass line and the rhythm and the lead at the same time. It was finger picking. And I think, that sort of started me on this idea of being a solo acoustic blues player. Later on, I found out about other cats, Lightning Hopkins, Son House, and especially I loved the music, fell in love with the music of Son House. But it really kind of started with somebody like Mississippi John Hurt. It was a little bit later on, I was playing, I had a guitar that my grandmother had helped me get. It was called a Madeira. Not the world's best guitar, but it was a cool little guitar made by Gil in Mexico. Later on, I went to a pawn shop. I found a Gil D25, which was a great little guitar, and I played it for a long time. But I kept seeing these pictures of these guys, like Son House and Booker White, and they were playing these weird-looking guitars called National Steel guitar, metal body. And when I heard Son House on a record, that was it for me. Son House was playing this music, and it was just amazing the power that he would get out of his voice. And got some of those old books by Stephen Grossman, Delta Blues guitar, they're still around. And when Son would play, I found out he was retuning the guitar so he could play with a slide. I said, man, that's a sound that's just great. Still didn't know where to get a steel guitar from. Went to pawn shops, went to music stores, nothing. No internet at that time. And a friend of mine, Rich Del Grosso, who used to live in Detroit, was playing a concert. I managed to meet Rich after the concert, and I said, man, I love that sound. And where'd you get that? Was that a National guitar you were playing? He's like, yeah. And I go, man, where do you get those? And he looks at his wife and said, Maureen, do I still have that first one? You know, the first one I bought? She says, I think it's in the closet. And he said, my God, I'm not doing anything with it. I'll sell you that one if you want it. Yeah, man, how much you want for it? He said, I bought it for $150, and you're going to play it. You're not going to, like, put it up on a wall or something. So, tell you what, I'll sell it to you for $150. I said, man, I don't have $150, but I got $75. So he sold me this very guitar 25 years ago or something for $150, 75 down, 75 later. And that was the beginning. When I found out that I had a National steel guitar and I could now play music like by cats like Son House, you know. Love so yeah, when they didn't love you. Yeah, you ever love yeah, when they didn't love you. Well, you know, make you feel so bad. So that was, you know, that was it. That was the sound that sort of wanted me that sort of led me to launch off into all of these deep waters of the blues.